If you want a reading, just type Q and then followed by your question. And whoever's there first, you can see the list next to me here on the side. Hi, Nicola. Hi. How are you? Facebook user, will we reconcile? Okay. I'm only going to be here for half an hour, folks. It's much later. An incredibly busy day. Okay. Right. So Facebook user, hi. Let me move that down. And this is the question. Will we reconcile? So there is a massive change, and you have a lot to look forward to together. I haven't definitely got what I would call the card of reconciliation, okay? But you've got the closest thing to it, which is judgment, okay? Normally I'd be looking for the Six of Cups there to absolutely move those there. Sorry. Okay. I need to be able to see that. Okay. So, yeah, there is a transformation. It feels here as if it's soon rather than later, okay? And there is new growth in your relationship. It's going through a transformation. I would be looking for the Six of Cups to absolutely say to you, it's total reconciliation, Facebook user. But got the Judgment card, which is about reevaluating and looking back and wanting to move forwards and wishing for something together. It's not just emotions that's coming up here. I've got actions. Somebody here is going to take action because the depth of the relationship and is going to go through a brand new phase in action. So action cards tell me yes because of the wands, and we've got positive ones there with the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Also, brilliant wish card, what you're wishing for. It's based on that, but it's also reevaluation. You are at a massive crossroads in this relationship. Okay, so thank you so much for your question, Facebook user. We're going to be going through this rather fast. Okay. Right. Okay. Sweet fairyish. Great question. Okay. I'm going to pop that on there. Okay. I don't think I can shrink that one down. No, I can't. So it is quite big, okay, but let's see what we can do. Maybe if I pop it there, yeah, sweet fairish. Okay, so they'll be quick and fast tonight, folks, due to the fact only half an hour and terribly late here, and lots going on. I'm off to a do tomorrow night with some people that are over visiting, and it's an early dinner followed by some music. And I normally would have gone along after my live, but with people turning up from far afield and good to see some people, I decided that we'd do a swapsy and come on here tonight. So let's have a look. Oh, okay, right, all right. This is the foundation of that sweet fairyish, which is a new beginning. Something here in regard of it is a new beginning, and it does feel to me as if when we look at this, you're going to start something new. I'm going to make that smaller. Sorry, I know who I'm actually answering. It's sweet fairyish. Okay, so yeah, there is a new beginning here. Something is blossoming because that's what this guy wants. Okay, there is attraction, but there is also something going on here where I would say it feels as if this person may actually turn around and do things a little bit indirectly. Now, what I mean by that is sometimes to get to know you, he may be finding ways in which he can maybe maneuver quietly, silently, to find out more about you. And that's absolutely fantastic because it means that he is going to some lengths to be able to find out as much as possible. Now, I do feel that you need to be aware that this is somebody that probably does not know much about, I'm going to say, how to act in a relationship. And what I mean by that is it feels like new territory. So it doesn't mean they're bad, it means they have no knowledge and no experience. And I actually feel that you might go, oh gosh, come on, are you serious? I actually think that anything that's gone in the past has not been what I would call a healthy relationship, okay? There has been all sorts of clutter and all sorts of nonsense that's gone on. So, you know what? You've got a clean slate, and this person might say, look, I wanted to get to know you. I've kind of gone through the back door to find out how to actually find out how we could meet again. I'm going to put my cards on the table and say to you, I like you, but you know what? Anything that's gone on in the past for me has been a bit wonky or a bit not right. So, tell me how this should go. Well, that's great because you two are able to turn around and decide what the rules are between both of you. I'm telling you, he's going to a lot of lengths to try and find out more about you, but in a very private manner. That would be the word I would use, okay? Right, so thank you, Sweet Fairish from YouTube. Right, Joe. Okay, and it's fixed, but it was giving me double cameras. Okay, so right, here we go. I'm going to try and make this a wee bit bigger. Yeah, just for me, you won't see it. Right, darling, let's have a look and see what Real Estate's doing. I swapped cards. I can't bear it when it's all wonky. And having straight lines on the table, I'm sure you get my drift. Okay, so it's Real Estate what you should be doing. Okay, what were you doing before, Josie? Because in actual fact, it's kind of showing it's something from the past that I think that would make you happier. And I don't feel it was this. Now, there's a history here of almost saying that you wanted to grow, okay? The struggle, I think, is it's about you and your personal goals, and it doesn't feel right. It may be the sensible thing to do, and I think you probably make a success of it. But I think that what the cards are actually saying is you're much more creative than this, okay? And your world, I think you're meant to have done this, by the way. I certainly do feel that. I think that you're an authority in this, but I think there's something more creative for you. And it seems as if I would suggest the cards are saying to look at what you previously did, but to kind of give it another spin. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not successful in what you're doing. I just don't think you're enjoying it. And that is the difference. And when you are feeling it's a struggle and an uphill sort of battle, Josie, I would actually say to you, just have a think. Darling, you know, it might be a good idea to have a little bit of a reading, even if it's only 10 minutes, sort of, to look a little bit more. I'd love to look at more cards for you. If you don't want to have it with me, choose someone that you actually feel that you can directly say, come on, let's look at this. I would like to know how long you've been doing this, because I kind of feel, I don't think it's nothing to do with you as successful, because successful you are. Okay, and you might say, oh, I don't feel it, or I'm not getting the results, and I'm struggling in this direction. You're not enjoying it. That's the problem. And if you're not enjoying it, that means it's hard work. Okay, and doing it because it makes good money might not be worth it. You know, sometimes it can make more money, but in actual fact, money is not everything. Okay, so I feel you're more creative. I also feel it's something you love doing. I also feel you are incredibly creative and, for want of a better word, I would say incredibly intuitive. Okay, so I really do feel that we should look at what you were doing before. Okay, all right, my darling. You know where I am if ever you want a reading. I'd like to look at more cards for you. It's not because it's a problem, but I'd like to kind of go, hang on a minute, they're telling you, go back to something you were doing because you loved it. And that's what getting paid for what you love is always wonderful. I'm sure everybody would actually agree with that. Right. Ah, Sherry, right. Why is that ended up there? I don't know why, but what do I want to call it? Our messages and the comments are really a bit long. And I must look at the settings and try and make sure that I can squidge them down a little bit. There's obviously been some changes. Right, Sherry, should you consider using your cousin to build your website? Okay. It's going to be a yes or no for you there, I think, Sherry. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Can you believe that? I'm getting some simmer. Actually, this feels good. It feels as if this person has got knowledge and experience. They will do it as a labour of love, by the way. That's what this is saying. You probably can't see that, yeah? Okay, but they will. I also feel that they've really gone through some amazing transformations by learning from the past and mistakes that possibly they have actually made. They're very creative. I love that. I feel that they will study this carefully. You've got Knight of Discs, which is like Knight of Pentacles, with a great strength card. So they're definitely good at what they do. And in this regard, I actually feel it's very stable. So I would say to you, absolutely, Sherry, go for it, my darling. Okay, right. Okay. Hi, Manuel. How are you doing? Let's bring that on. Okay. Yeah, our messages are absolutely huge, and I do need to actually run through trying to get my settings to get that a little bit smaller. Okay. So right. So we're answering. I'm going to do it like this because it's just coming up way too big. Okay. You may not be able to see that. Okay. Right. Let's just squidge that there. Okay. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to make that a tad wider and you might be able to see that. It feels a little bit squashed. Anyway, right. Let's have a look. Manuel. Let's pull that one. That one. And we'll take it here. Okay, yes. So, Manuel, let's bring that on there. Okay, I'm going to turn around and go with me for 1 second. Right, I've just got rid of that soon as. Okay, right, just there you go. Okay, sometimes things just kind of go higgledy-piggledy in so many different things that I do. We do teaching on here and everything, and the other day it just all got in a bit of a muddle, as in because there's so many changes with my settings, I kind of walked away, and yeah, that's why you kind of saw that the camera was a bit sort of off, so sorry about that. Okay, so Manuel, does your ex want to be your friend? Suddenly she talks about non-common subjects to you. Yeah, she's looking for an opportunity here. But we've got the Wheel of Fortune, costume designer, trying to actually know more. It's more than friendship. She's flirting with you. Okay, Princess of Cups is always flirtatious. Okay, looking for what opportunities are there. The Hermit is talking about feeling alone. Happiness card there. The 9. She's wishing for something that she's not alone. Okay, so the 9 of Happiness card is a wish card, Let's say I don't wish to be alone. I want to have someone in my life. So yeah, there's definitely a friendship and it's flirtation. I'm telling you that. Okay, so there's more. You've also been through an unstable time, and I actually feel that she trusts herself a lot better than she did previously. Okay, because we've got Queen of Wands there in the Tower. So we've been through the difficulties in the unsettled period. Now we are turning around and going into something that's totally different. So yeah, this is a good one. All the best with that, Manuel. Great to see you, and do let us know how that goes, won't you? Okay, right. Thank you. Okay, any advice from your spirit guides? Okay, let's go with that one. Right. Okay. Only a short one tonight, folks. So we get done what we get done. I'm sorry. I did say I might do a yes or no. Tony went, you won't do that. That's not your style. So he's right, isn't he? Right. Any advice from your spirit guides? Okay, so what have we got? Well, there we go. I can put that one back on, and I can put my padlock on there so things don't move. Okay. Okay. Intuitively, I think that you know that this is a time of being distracted for a while you go through what looks like some amazing new beginnings. And the new beginnings, I feel, are to do with being able to look at things from leaving things behind, going for a new life. I feel that there's so much here that you are weighing the pros and cons of. Actually, I'm going to say it, okay? It's coming through really strongly for me intuitively as well as just looking at your cards here. I actually feel that there is a project that you are going to go with the property, that it's showing that you'll love that property, but it could become a business for you. Okay, so there's a sense here if you go, oh no, I might be living it or I might be just running it as a business. Well, if it is a business, it feels as if it could be something to do with, I would say, socializing, something to do with meeting, mixing, blending, food, drink, hotels, wine bar, anything where it's kind of like food and drink or leisure or short holiday sort of type lets. This is what I'm seeing. And I'm also feeling that it is very, very sociable where you're going to go. Your social life is picking up as well, and your intuition is kind of almost giving you so many messages. Look at this, there you are, the High Priestess, the Game Master, full of lots of different ideas, but it's almost as if what's kind of bothering you is you're kind of going, oh gosh, I'm a bit naive. I'm not quite sure what I should be doing, and I'm a bit disappointed, and I've got to move. There is definitely some sort of move, but it feels here as if I want to say to you that there's a business coming with this, okay, and a very productive one too. A lot of fun. You're going to provide a lot for other people. It's not just going to be great for you; it's going to be great for them as well. So absolutely love that. Thank you all for actually hopping on tonight when it's not normally Thursdays. I've got to do that occasionally, so it's great to have your support. Okay, so Anne Marie, will I find a job? Okay, let's move that one there. Right, okay, let's have a look. And okay, changing decks. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Now, what I'm being shown, a couple of my cards are upside down, and yeah, I want to make sure that I don't do reverse cards. So there is no point doing reverse cards when you work with pairs, and use the spread the size that I use, which is the whole of the 22 major arcana with 22 of the minor cards. So there is no need for reversals. Right. Will you find a job? It looks here as if you're going back to do something that you used to do in the past. So the Hermit card of work, it's also showing that this is some period of time that would be significant with Virgo. So you are looking at before the 23rd of this month, today being the 15th, so this looks really soon. Okay, it's also showing that I do feel it's connected with, well, it feels to me as if it might be something. Yes, I feel you've done it before, and more than anything, it feels as if it might be connected to somebody that you may have either worked for before or they've talked about working with you. So there's some sort of conversation. It's going back to something that's already sort of, to my mind, there's been a conversation about that. So somebody said, "Oh, I'll see what I can do for you." Yeah, I feel they'll be as good as their word. Or maybe you've already had a word or an interview, and this is something that will be confirmed to you. Now, cards are saying I've got the Hermit here, which is Virgo. That takes up to the 23rd of September. But I've also got the Justice card, which is Libra, and starts on the 23rd of September and will take us up to about the 21st of October. So I want you to be a little bit aware of that. I'm not quite sure of the final date in Libra, so my apologies if that's not as accurate as I'd like it to be at this late hour. So please, please, please do know that, yes, something is happening. You've got Pentacles there. They may want you, here's the catch, they may want you to be on something like contract work. So it's almost as if they're saying to you, well, if you don't work, you don't get paid. And you well know what that one's like. It can be very difficult, but you will find a job because that's how you phrased it. And the cards are answering you. So, yeah, right, okay. Okay. Let me have a quick look through here. Okay, right. I'm going to jump to this one. And before you all start moaning and groaning, Mirette did actually ask this question, and I begged her to type Q in front of it. So I'm going to go there, and it's because she did actually come straight in very quickly, but didn't type Q, and I saw that she didn't quite know what to do. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'll go back to where we were. Okay, right. Okay, Mirette. Okay, sweetie, you know this is not going to get any better, okay? I feel that since you've had children, and I do feel that you're a mum, and I do feel that it's almost like his nose has been pushed out of joint. He's hoarding you, and almost there's things going on, and it's as simple as this. It's not going to change. Okay, it's just not going to change. There's something wrong here. Okay, in his actions. Okay, and it's wrong. Okay, and the reason that this is not me giving you advice or anything, this is your cards. It's saying when you see the Hanged Man, it can mean lots of things. The Knight of Wands is action, so it's saying there is something wrong with what he's doing in his actions. Okay, and you've just got to turn around and go straight into this. Now, justice is very much about it's about legalizing things, and it's not about putting him in the hands of the law. you've got to take the law and kind of look at this and say, what can you do in order for you to actually look at what's next for you? I think you need to take some legal advice, is what the first two cards out are telling you. What are you entitled to? Okay, how are you going to survive? Yeah, what's going to happen? What's You're worried about you and the children's safety, I guess. This is what this is. This is what's coming up. He isn't going to change. Sitting there and waiting and thinking it's going to resolve. This is kind of saying, this is the foundations and this is the basis of what it is. You may not have seen it before. I don't think it's suddenly. I think this is an aspect of him. And I think that we're looking at this and going, you need some legal advice, darling. And from there, you'll make your decision. Okay? Legal advice is not to do with the police, that's into whatever. It's what do I do if I actually want to have some space from this man? Okay? What are my options? And that's what the cards are saying to you. And that's the first thing you do. And once you know that, you will then be able to take the second step. Okay? Come and see us whenever you need to, darling. Okay? It's not a legal reading. I can't do that, but it's saying you need legal advice. Okay? Right. Pili PC was next because the one before that was Anne Marie, and we did that. So Pili PC, will Maya going to return to you? His initial is S. Is he going to value you? Okay, right. Let's have a look. There's a lot of emotions. Okay, so Hijab Zainab. Oh no, sorry, Pili PC, my apologies. Sorry, I was looking at the one below. Sorry. Okay, Pili PC, okay. There is a lot of emotions, a lot of very strong, beautiful emotions. I'm just going to say to you as accurately as I can. I don't have the rest of your reading out, but this is all emotions. And when it's emotions, it does not give us the information as to the actions. So I cannot say he wants to, but I cannot go further than that because it's a mini reading, and if I put out more cards, I could see what his actions were. Okay, I'm just being absolutely honest with you. The cards are beautiful. It's showing, this is very much a spiritual sort of connection because of the Chariot itself. The Two of Cups is also a spiritual card, so you've got double whammy there, okay? Then we've got the depth of the emotions, and then we've got the intensity of the physical attraction here from the Devil. Then we've got the fact that both of you wish for this, and somebody's got to put their cards on the table, but this is all what you want. I haven't actually got it that it will happen. I would need more cards, darling, or you need to ask again next time. Yeah? Is he going to value you? The value is there. The value is certainly there. Okay? But wanting is not the same as doing. So I'm really sorry. I would have to say to you, unless I put more cards out, I couldn't truly answer that. Beautiful, but I do not have that positivity of an action. There is no wand or pentacle in that reading to tell me more. And I can't put any more cards out because we have already lots of people here. So my apologies. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Louise Reed, how is your love life doing? Oh, great. Okay. Let's have a look at that question for Louise. Okay. Please do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Shortly, folks, I'm not sure how much longer. I may actually intend to keep streaming into Facebook directly. I'll post on there that I'm streaming on YouTube, but really and truly, it may be a case and have a rethink about that. So please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything, just in case things do develop. It's all to do with streaming and software and costings of how much all this costs money to be able to do it like that instead of just with your I couldn't hold up 6 cards for you. It would take forever getting in a pickle, sitting down. So I chose to do it like this. But there are changes in the software, and you've been very patient over the last couple of weeks, and it's still in beta with the people that I actually put this together with. So we are just still feeling our way while the changes come about. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to take a sip of water. And Louise Reed, how is your love life doing? Okay, right. Bit of a mock battle going on here. In all honesty, it could do with the change. I'm just being frank with you. New beginnings, Ace of Swords, you need to rethink things, okay? Based on the current situation here, which is, relationships, it looks like there's mock battles. I think that something in your cards is saying you need to look at the fact you need to pause and stop. Knight of Swords is saying that, you get bored. You get bored really easily. I feel that people around you are impetuous. I don't feel that they're kind of long-lasting, and I feel that they are... It just feels like there's struggles, 5 of Wands is never great. It's come up with the card of relationships justice, okay? Things could really change for you come September. The Fool and the Ace of Swords are telling you exactly that. That's what you need to do. Sorry, folks. Itch on my eye. So you need to really look at that and kind of look at the opportunities, okay? Somebody new would give you a choice. But the choice would be down to you to actually cut away from the old, otherwise the new won't come in, okay? So Louise, I'm sorry, it's probably not as positive as you might have liked, but you know what? Forewarned is forearmed, and you can change this. That's what this is telling you to do. It's saying you need to change this. It's not as good as it could be. You're attracting the same old thing, people that are passing through. They're not sticking around. They want to struggle with you, and almost leave everything to you. So it's not particularly great, is it? Okay. Oh, of course. Hi, Solcito. Oh, not sure we're coming in from. It's lovely. Oh, hang on. I didn't skip any, but I did. I'm sorry. Sorry. I've done more than skip, haven't I? I've missed out hijab. I'm really sorry, folks. Not silly. Hope I've not done that to anybody else. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Okay. I think to speed things up, change decks. My apologies, hijab thing. You're definitely next. If I've done that, I haven't done it deliberately. It's just quite late here. It's 20 to 10, so working all day as well. So yeah, I said half an hour. So we're going to be cutting this pretty soon. Okay. Right. Can I tell you about your career and home? Okay. Okay. There's quite a lot going on there. Okay, so hijab, I am sorry, that's quite a loaded question. I will answer your career, cards because that's what's coming up, and how much time is required in your destination. Okay, career is saying that really and truly, more than there's nothing here about your home, by the way. Okay, the home cards aren't out, all right? But if you were asking about it, I would actually say there's still a way to go. Okay, you are making things happen. You have choices. I feel the choices are involved in training, studying, apprenticeship, and it feels to me as if you are in some way um, communicating with people who are able to help you evolve. I do feel that the cards are actually saying to you that there will be a significant change around about Capricorn, Aquarius time, which is January, February of 2023. That's when I feel it's significant. It's also saying to you expect a good 6 months of hard work, okay? And you are training for something. In the meantime, you are going through a bit of a transformation, which is causing you to heal from something. Relationships, I actually feel, are kind of the thing that you've got to put out of your head, and you've got to put yourself first, okay? First and foremost in what you're doing, and your career is showing, in order to actually survive this and what you're doing here, you've kind of got to turn around and maybe look at what financial support you can get because of being able to progress in your career. So it's a bit like paid apprenticeships or having a part-time job while you make the transition. And that's just how it is, I'm afraid. That's what I've got. Will it get better? Absolutely, it's worth it. You're in for the long slog. I can tell that with all the pentacles that's going on here. Page of Pentacles, you've got a fixed focus. It's your choice. You'll make it happen. How will it kind of pan out? Well, you're going to get help. You will get some sort of rewards and financial help along the way. But it keeps changing. This is an organic process for you. You are getting there slowly, slowly, but surely. Okay, right. I saw you. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do Solcito, and that's it. Okay, and the reason being is I mucked up a little bit there, so that would be awful to say I was doing you and then kind of go, oh no, someone else before you. Sorry, I haven't got time, so I wouldn't do that. So last one is Solcito, and then after that, I'm really sorry. Okay, we've gone over as usual. Okay, right. Thank you, my darlings, for being so flexible at me changing the day unannounced. You're absolutely stars. And please do subscribe, folks. Otherwise, people aren't going to find the videos, and I am not going to sit here for years so that we do the same thing, the same people over and over. I may have popped into your life for a very short period of time while you need it, and it's meant to be shared. So, remember that when we actually barter something in return or exchange for something, it strengthens it. There's no value in just getting something for nothing. Okay, so I'm just saying that's how the energy works. So if you're wanting something, the more you do that helps others, and you might go, well, why would it help them resubscribing? It's nothing. You just subscribe as fans. Call it what you want. That probably sounds very harsh, but what does that do for me? As I've got a very big ego, which would get very tired if it was just that. Please do know that really it is not about that, because that's too tiring and I'm too old to have my ego stroked in that way. It is about other people being able to discover tarot, whether it's to learn through the courses or whether it's to actually go, gosh, I've had a reading and I never had a reading before, or like that, or I really got some clarity rather than just a card. Or a bit of generic advice. It's just nice, isn't it? Little gift. So why? Because that's how it works. I studied it a long time. I mean the law of attraction. Dogs are getting fed up now. So we're nearly coming to the end. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe. If you're not on YouTube, It's Tarot with Anne-Marie. Please go and subscribe on there. So it helps the algorithm of YouTube find. It will also help when you do something, that's your intention to the universe, saying whatever spiritual advice I've got, by doing an action, it amplifies it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say and why I'm saying what I'm saying. It's to share, okay? Like I'm sharing my time with you, okay? Right, and all those fancy decks that people are commenting on. Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying them. That's why I do it, okay? Don't want doom and gloom cards, as in to look at. It may not be the most enlightening message, but we want it to be something aesthetically delightful to look at. And people are commenting, and I really appreciate feedback like that, knowing that you're enjoying it. And it means a lot to me if you give feedback. So do leave comments in the YouTube channel, please. Thank you. And do subscribe there, okay? Right, so what's currently going on in Vicar's mind? You're not in contact, okay? Lots of emotions, intentions. Look, it feels here as if there's intensity in the emotions, and it feels as if I would say this man values you and is starting to feel that things have been going a bit pear-shaped, and it's almost as if outside influences have caused, I would say, for you two to have to experiment the bumps in the road together and apart as individuals. I do feel that this relationship will heal. The sense of timing in this is in the next couple of months. Sorry, it doesn't feel like it's going to happen any quicker than that. So it could even be as late as the end of October. First card out there is Scorpio. We've also got Libra in there telling us it could be late September, October. So please bear that in mind, okay? Next couple of months. There's intense emotions, okay? What I am pleased to see is that we've got something. It's based upon you both need to heal, and that's what this is telling me, okay? So it can be a new start in your relationship, brand new beginning, okay? It's not about somebody brand new in your life at the moment. I think there's still existing feelings here from Vikas, okay? So thank you very much. Last one here. So Sita, gosh, we've nearly done it now. My hubby's going to give this out. Right. Okay, so look, all I ask in return is subscription to YouTube channel, even if you're watching on Facebook. Facebook people are kind of in groups, but you need to make a contribution, please, on putting your subscription onto YouTube. It helps the algorithm of being found, okay? So I am considering kind of just putting a link to the fact that I will stream on YouTube, because it costs a fortune for me to multi-stream like this. So if it's just a case of you know, that people can't be bothered, oh, she'll just keep doing it, I won't. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so I do ask you to do that, and you know, for the amount of people that I read for, it's been about 10 subscribers in the last 4 weeks. Please, 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 if it helps you, try and help others. The algorithm, and do not get paid for YouTube. Okay, it's a very long story, but I will never be eligible. Okay. No, I didn't do anything wrong, but from what happened to me in different ways, it's just not possible for me, okay? It's just one of those things, so it is what it is, and that's why I'm here, okay? All right, so can you have a general? Yes. The most important part of this, so Sito, I hope I say that correctly to you, is this is the influences of your domestic affairs. I feel this is the expansion of your home and the family in it, and it feels very important here, as if you must also achieve your personal goals. And your personal goals are about your material security, not being threatened, and you wanting to very much feel stabilized in your material world, you also seem to be attracting love of the very firm but kindest way. And if that's with your current relationship, so I don't have enough cards to be able to know that, because I don't have all the positions that I would look at and put the pieces of the puzzle together. This is mini readings, okay? If ever you want to look at that, please go and look at my YouTube channel on the elements, relationships there. Choose your sign, choose your special person sign, or your ex, or whatever it is, and go and have a look at my relationship videos. I did them a while back, and they are timeless. That means that you can watch them at any time and they will resonate with you. Okay, I did a lot of work on that. That took me a year to make that whole collection. So please go and have a look. It's the ones with quite a lot of views. Okay, so what I mean by that is you need to look at the aspect of being loved and cherished, and to be able to be the version of yourself that is completely at ease with allowing that control that you have to maintain in your everyday life, and that politeness and that service and that duty that you demonstrate every day, that you are allowed to turn around and unwind, unravel and decompress at home with somebody who allows you to be your authentic and original self. And I absolutely say to you, there's some great things happening for you. I do want to say that I also feel that you're another one that needs a reading, because I'd like to look into this more. There's something very special here. Okay, I'm just going to talk about it and say there could be an element of a lot of luck regarding a property, okay, and a large amount of money, okay. But I would need to look at the finer details, and a mini reading would not supply me with enough information to be able to predict what the cards are navigating you towards. So if you need a reading, you know where I am. Tarot them, you're very, very welcome. No, I'm not touting for business. Seriously, I've turned readings away this week several times. Why? To really putting things together for the courses, because that's where I need to promote. I'm switching all my energies into promoting that, so please do bear in mind everything I've said. Do know that the law of attraction works by when we value something. If somebody's giving you something, you don't put the emphasis upon it in the same way as if you actually give something back, a barter, an exchange. The exchange I ask for is that you think and consider about subscribing to the channel, so that helps the algorithm for people that are looking for some sort of answer to the burning questions that we all have as human beings. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, folks. I hope it will be Friday, but I've not had a holiday this year, so we have no idea. There'll be at some point when I will say I won't be here for a couple of weeks. I'm not sure what and when that will be, but hopefully it'll be next Friday. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your questions, and be well and have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week, if not whenever. And do remember that I am doing the tarot series, so tarot courses online that I'm doing here on YouTube. If you want to learn about tarot, do tune into that. I'm recording those at the moment because of just takes so much to do a live and kind of get everything ready to record it when I've got 2 minutes, and edit it together is a little easier. So at the moment, just bear with us on that. There is something sensational about how I teach you at the moment to tap into tarot in ways and tips and tricks like you've never heard before. So worth actually subscribing just to get that. So until next time, take care of yourself and each other, and thank you so much for having me.